Hey y'all, it's your girl Golden Jailene and welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a while since I have posted. Today's video is a sunflower themed inspired look. I started with my Pond's Daily Moisturizer. This is for dry skin and I put that all over my face. Next, I took my Origins No Puffery Roll-On Eye Gel. This really does help with depuffing my very puffy under eyes. For my lips, I use the Buxom Lip Gloss in Dolly. I'm just prepping them. For primer, I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'm putting that all over my face. For foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Golden Beige, and I don't use a lot of foundation, so I used a very thin layer of that. And after that, I went in with the Juvia's Place concealer, and there it goes. Yeah, I dropped it, and then I was really dramatic about it, but I didn't apply too much concealer. I just applied it directly to my under eyes. I mixed the shades J22 and J16. I didn't apply too much because I didn't want to cover up my freckles too much. I blended the concealer in with the brush, and then I used that same brush to blend any spots that didn't look well blended. Here I'm realizing how pale I look. For setting powder, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch setting powder in the shade Banana, and I used a sponge. I put it on my under eyes, my nose, around my mouth, some on my cheeks, and my forehead. Then I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder, and I applied that all over my face. For my eyebrows, I take the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and I take the shades Creamsicle and Butter, and I use those to fill in my brows. I also take the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in the shade Light to Medium. As you can see, the lettering has rubbed off, and I did my brows off camera just to save time. To contour, I use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, and I use that on my cheekbones, my temples and forehead, my jawline, neck, and my nose. Then to bring in some more warmth, I use the Dark Chocolate Soleil as well. I'm going to prime my eyelids with the P. Louise base. This is the lightest shade they have. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette, and the first shade I'm going to use is Swarm. I'm using it as my transition shade, and I really build this in my crease before I move on to the next color. After blending that in my transition, I take the shade Sting and I put that more precisely in my crease, and I want this to gradually blend into that shade Swarm. Next, I go back on Swarm and I just use it to blend Sting and Swarm further together. To cut my crease, I use the white shade of the P. Louise makeup base. For my lid, I take this beautiful yellow gold color called Honey, and I just use a flat shader brush to place that on 2/3 of my lid. For the outer third of my eye, I take this golden bronze color called Queen. This next part's a little hard to explain, but I take the NYX Faux White pencil in the shade Vanilla, and I outline the outer half of my crease. For my inner corner highlight, I mix the shades Golden and Flyby, and I just applied that with my pinky. I also put that on my eyebrow with a brush, but I didn't show it on camera. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner, and I'm using that to draw my wing. After that, I take the Urban Decay 24 Hour Glide On Pencil in the shade Perversion, and I apply it to my waterline and my tight line. I go back into the shade Sting and I use that to blend out the black eyeliner that I have on my waterline. Next, I use my Tarte eyelash curler to curl my lashes, and I take my Maybelline Falsies mascara and I apply it to my top and bottom lashes. For lashes, I take the Morphe lashes in the style Secretive and I apply that with my Duo lash glue. So I messed up and I totally wasn't recording when I drew the little flower. I'm not too upset about it because it doesn't even look that good. It was the first time I did anything like this. For blush, I take the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette, and this is in the shade Daria, and I'm taking that middle powder blush shade and I'm applying it with a fan brush to my cheeks. Before I apply my highlight, I sprayed my face with some MAC Fix Plus. This is in a pineapple scent. And I take the two powder highlighter shades that are in the same palette. And I highlight my cheekbones, my nose, my chin, and on top of my eyebrows. Finally, for my lips, I apply the Anastasia Cool Brown lipstick. And that completes this look. I love it, especially because I love sunflowers and I love gold. But yeah, that completes this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay golden!
Oreo! Stop! She's playing